we talk about, therapy, prosperity, what we talk about, I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nets. We winning on you Bammers, baby, best believe it. We losing our youth, the black on black violence with straps. Can't depend on politicians, gotta watch our own back. Put the guns down, youngins, life's about funnin'. Hate to see funerals, but love to give money. Shout out to VA and PG, you see us coming, MDDC. Be more what it do, dummy.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. We busy being brilliant, breaking down your issues with B. The best of being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
What we talk about, we can talk it out. Latest news, advertisement, what we bark about. Charity, celebrity, what we talk about. Therapy, prosperity, what we talk about. I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nets. We winning on you Bammers, baby, best believe it. We losing our youth, the black on black violence with straps. Can't depend on politicians, gotta watch our own back. Put the guns down, youngins, life's about.
Here today in the studio with Buzy With B. I'm so excited each and every Monday right here on Listen Vision. I am joined in the studio with my guest co-host. It's like 4 of us here. We just gonna have fun today. I'm gonna let everyone introduce themselves. We're gonna start right here. I'm gonna skip you, beautiful. I'm gonna start with Bird with the word.
What's going on, y'all? Bird with the word here. I got the clothing line, the District Collection that me and Buzy With B wearing. Look forward to seeing y'all a lot more this year.
Oh, hey, it's Khadijah. Y'all know where to find me. It's Khadijah.com. It's Khadijah on Instagram.
Darius the Great from Neo North Podcast.
Look up.
Bought your podcast. Look at Bought your podcast and Crush Band. Z, what when we last week after we left here, we went to DC Winery. You know how I get down
That
on the
was
mic.
really, really nice.
Real lit. So shout out to my man Scooby from Kim and Scooby. That's my homie. Shout out to rapper dude from What Band. That's my man too. So yeah.
So, y'all know who I am, Buzy With B, right here each and every Monday right here at Listen Vision. And today, we just want to talk. It's so many things that has happened in the news just this week. So, we're going to talk today. I don't think we're going to have many breaks. I'm going to just tell you about some upcoming things I have. I have the Thanksgiving drive coming up. I'm so excited. My first turkey drive. So if you guys don't know, I'm excited to join forces with some big people. I got the flyer right here on the screen. So if you are tuned in to Listen Vision Live right now, you will miss that. But I'm going to do a video, a personal video. But it's November the 23rd. I am accepting donations. Help me, guys. It's my first turkey drive. So even if you can't give and you can volunteer your time and your services, I'm going to make sure you guys get those details. So I'm excited. My first turkey drive. I'm doing some things for Christmas. I'm going to join forces with District Collection. So we got some great things coming up. Anybody else?
My birthday next week, man.
Oh, Darius.
That's my birthday next week. So.
Oh no, and someone really close to me, her birthday is coming. You guys see her all of the time with me in the studio, kind of like my right hand. Her birthday is coming, so I'm gonna do something really, really special for her right here on the show. But you know, I gotta be in party mode because you know when it's your good girlfriend birthday, it's really your birthday too. You get more lit than the birthday girl, everything. So
Scorpios.
I'm excited. Shannon, shout out to my girl Shannon. I'm excited to celebrate her. Scorpio season, right? Y'all
I'm Scorpio. When your birthday? What's the date?
No, her birthday November the 18th.
Oh yeah, mine's the 19th. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm in party.
Scorpio.
I'm in party
Scorpio.
mode after this show.
Scorpio season, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how was y'all week though? How was y'all week? Cause this is today's show, and we just talking. We gonna talk it out because we got a lot of things to talk about. But for now, I just want to see what y'all did over the weekend. What y'all do?
It's been a weird week. This Mercury retrograde has like really been taking a toll.
Mercury
on me.
retrograde.
Yes.
Has
Yes.
really.
It's taking a toll on my energy. So let me just. I'm gonna
She's
be
the
honest.
energy and
It's been a
vibe
weird
person.
week.
That's why I repeated it because I wanted to see if y'all got it. What about you, Vern? What you been up
It's
to?
been working. You know me, staying busy. I got a new project with Steve's about to drop. He about to drop his third album this year that he's dropped, and we try and come for a fourth. So every quarter this year we try to drop a mixtape with him, and then with the clothes just going hard, going to all the events, basketball games, football games, baseball. Shout out to the Nationals. This the new.
Nats. Oh, shout out to the vets. We ain't shout out the vets. We off
Yeah,
of work
definitely.
today.
It is
Shout
Veterans Day.
out
Thank you.
to all of
Who
the
was off work?
military. I was off of work today.
Oh no, I definitely had to work today.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Darius, what about you?
Man, same shit, different toilet. Was work. I try to get. You already know me. I'm always in the move, so I always try to get like little cat naps here. So I, worked a little bit, chill with some friends. Went to a few studio sessions. I'm getting prepared to go to New York next week. So that's about it. Seeing what's going on in the world and the news. So when I come back here, I'll be prepared to talk
Yeah,
about
I hope y'all really ready to talk about some of the stuff that I want to hit hard. Some of the things that really happened in the news this week. I'm just going to touch on it. You know, some things I'm going to touch on and some things we're going to go in on, right? But I really it's so important for me to touch on, it was in the news that it's a new strain of HIV, guys.
Yes.
So I wanted to kind of touch on that just briefly because, you know, a lot of times that's not something we like to talk about. But I wanted to touch on it and just say, you know, go get tested. I don't know where hell a new strain would come from.
This happened before though.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. You know, we just get to a point where we getting cursed and all of that. Now there's a new strain. So that's something else that we need to be thinking about. But I just wanted to touch briefly on that.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm out my whole phase. I'll be 37 I'll be 37 next Tuesday, and I'm glad because I'm like, yo, at one time I was going so hard. Like, yeah, it could have been me. I could have been, you know what I'm saying?
Respect.
So when I see shit like, I'm like, you know what? I'm glad I'm God, you know what I mean? Thank you.
That's what's up.
I was covered in the blood of Jesus and shit.
Covered in the blood.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm glad. So when I hear stuff like this, I'm like, man, because HIV come with a stigma of like, most of the time people get it from their significant other for real. Because from when it comes to men, in heterosexual men, it's a weak virus. Men usually give it to women. You know what I'm saying? So if you having regular penetrative sex, vaginal sex, it's hard for a man to get it, honestly. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times you see a lot of new infections to be a black women or gay males.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but with that being said, I mean, I feel like it could be eradicated, and it probably will soon. But
I think like wherever that, you know, I think the government, you know, however. But again, you know, wanted to touch on that a little bit. So much stuff has happened in the news. I think another lighter one. Let's talk about T.I., y'all. Let's talk. We can't go today without talking about T.I. going to the doctor with his 18-year-old daughter.
Yes.
I'm gonna let y'all handle that one because I think us as men, we just supposed to butt out of certain stuff and some stuff.
Oh, no.
But see, like when you
Really,
fathers,
I got a
you
daughter, so I got an
Yeah,
opinion.
exactly.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't butt out of this. It's T.I. here, man. So we need a man.
Can I say something?
No, I get all of that. I get
About-
understand all of that.
I'm gonna be completely honest, you know. I got an 8-year-old daughter, right? And the main thing I want to instill in my daughter, two main things: to be emotionally independent and be financially independent as you can. And a part of being emotionally independent is just making decisions based off of your logic and not your emotions. So me, when it comes to that age, I'm gonna tell my daughter, man, look, you're gonna have sex. It's inevitable.
You're gonna.
You feel me? Because I feel like if I try to prevent you from doing it, you're gonna go harder. You're gonna find ways to manifest and try to finesse your way around the situation. So I'm not gonna be overbearing on you. I'm gonna let you live life, but I'm gonna let you know, look, if you get pregnant at a young age, you're gonna struggle financially. your life is gonna suffer. You're gonna alter. It's
So-
gonna be hard. If you don't have the financial infrastructure, don't rush to have a child. You know
But you
what I'm saying?
could do
I
all
don't
of that
think
without
it's-
what bruh was doing.
without
Though. He
going-
was taking it a little
that's the
further.
point.
Yeah,
I'm
I wouldn't
not
do, but I
making-
wouldn't do what he doing.
He
You know what I'm saying?
literally
I'll have
went
discussions because at the end of the day,
in
she
the
still gotta
room.
live
You
her
can
But
life.
I think he has that same
Yeah.
stance on stuff because I think he's a great dad. And I ain't trying to bash Ti
Yeah.
the whole hustle with his family and everything like that. Even him and his wife going through stuff, still putting her in positions. But as far as like your physical body and stuff, I just somewhere you got to cross. the
And she
line. And she
grown.
like 18.
Yeah, she grown.
Exactly.
She 18 and
Yeah.
she's beautiful. But I'm just it is some lines, but I think you damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know,
Yeah.
and I just feel like
We should know about
I mean,
that.
I wish I had a daddy that, went with me, not inside the room, but just like cared enough to be like, baby, protect that, keep that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, like, especially in our culture, dad's on in the home. So I think I really don't, to see a dad, like, stand for something like that, I mean, maybe a little too far going in the room, and like after that is it broke and all of that. Like I think
Yeah, that's kinda creepy,
a little aggressive, but it's good to see a dad,
Shit.
I
I
be
feel
there.
like, man, get all that
I
shit
don't
out
know.
now. Why you can't?
I just feel like
protect
it's
yourself.
an aspect of control that's there. Like you can have a conversation with her and make sure she understands sex and the emotional capacity that goes behind it, but you don't have to be in the room with her and make her feel like a little girl. Or make her feel like having sex is wrong. Like
It's
she should
not
be free
wrong,
about
and
her own
especially when he doesn't have the
sexuality.
same outlook for his son who's
Yeah.
15, who is
always a double
known
standard.
to be sexual.
So let me ask you this. So like for instance, right? You know how say if a 30-year-old man sleeps with a 15-year-old girl, what would be the reception?
That's
And
nasty.
now what happens if a 30-year-old woman sleep with a 15-year-old male?
It's
A lot
nasty.
of
It's
but
still
from the
nasty.
overall general census, most niggas gonna be like, my man, like high five. You know what I'm saying? The father gonna be high fiving his son more than the
That's-
repercussions
no, but
of.
Again,
That's the
double
double standard. I mean, that's just the reality.
That's
Because most of the time when we see these teachers sleeping with these young dudes, we be like, where the fuck were they at when we was coming up? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
like,
crazy,
you know what I
though.
mean? But I'm just saying. So I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying it's like that's just the double standard. Like,
Yeah, I
what's up?
got another devil's advocate question, right? Because T.I. got a lot of money. So what if T.I. told his daughter, at 21, you get $5 million, but you can't have sex until after 21? And I'm going to go to the doctors with you until you're 21.
Then
I
come
like
to
them
the doctor,
odds.
Daddy.
That's
I like them
a
all.
whole contractual agreement.
Go to the
That's
doctor.
kind of different. Yeah.
Yeah.
It still ain't none of our business.
Yeah,
I'll
What if
say
that's what's
I'll
going
say my virginity for that.
Exactly.
like okay, Daddy. Okay. Yeah.
I'll have the finances to do whatever I want with
Right.
after that. Joint.
Right.
I could lose it to, man. Take your pick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
In black news, y'all, in black news, I don't know if you guys know or been keeping up with who Brian Allen is. Do you guys know who Brian Allen is?
I'm very aware of him.
Yeah. So that guy he sued Comcast and he won a substantial amount of money. And Comcast is now taking him to the Supreme Court, and his court date is November the 13th. And they now taking him to Supreme Court to try to kind of maneuver without paying him. So, did any of y'all do y'all homework?
Yeah, I know about this. I know who he is. I know about the situation. Yeah, I know. I
So-
mean, the thing about it, they should just settle with him now because he already
Who?
won.
So, yeah, he
They
won.
just trying to they just trying to put the press. You know, when you do these lawsuits and with these corporations.
So, before you get into the details, so is it? Go ahead, Darius.
I'm saying when you go with these corporations, it's about like cable stations and certain entities when it comes to these cable stations and the power that he's trying to accumulate. And they basically trying to shut it down and stop him from doing that. He just acquired the Weather Channel for like $300 million.
He had that.
He
for a
has a
while.
lot of different
Darius.
smaller networks. So these different networks he has, they trying to basically stop. Basically, he's amassing too much power. Basically, that's what it is.
But
So-
I feel like why they didn't do the same thing to Tyler Perry? Tyler Perry has.
But he don't own networks though.
Yeah.
He has his own
Studio?
studio. He has his own studio and studios where he have his own production, but he doesn't actually own
TV a
networks.
whole nother
Yeah,
ball
own
game, that's
actual
stuff, yeah.
TV networks. So it's basically they trying to. I mean, you know what? It's funny. It's like I don't really kind of take it to heart because that's business is dirty. You know what I'm saying? Any form of business, people
I'm
trying to
learning
protect.
that.
Yeah, they trying to protect their best interests. So it's almost like it's the same thing with Kanye West, and he was talking about when he was trying to get into Louis Vuitton, and he was interning for Louis Vuitton, and you know you can't really tell him what to do. He do what he wants. So what they did is they denied him doing business with him, but they gave it to his best friend named Virgil.
Oh.
And he was like, that was their way to get back at me because they know his man is more Virgil, who owns Off White, is another like a label
Design.
or whatever. Yeah, but they gave him the head of design of Virgil because they realized we can get in between y'all because we know we can control him because he's a less calmer
Same
version.
thing with
of you.
Nike.
Yeah, Nike.
Kanye messed up with Nike.
They gave Virgil the
They
same
gave
thing.
Virgil the same
So
thing.
what
He do all the Nike
what
things.
Kanye said on the interview, he said, you know what I did though? When his show at Louis Vuitton and Paris debut, I showed up and showed them love anyway. He said I knew they was trying to come between me and my man, but I ain't allowed them. But that's what these big corporations do because when somebody a threat, they look at it as competition. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And same thing with Brian Allen. So I hope he win though.
I mean,
I hope he win. I mean, I always go for the underdog. Everything
so
needs a
I
shake up.
think, you know, where have he been this whole time though?
He just been low key. Like I just always see the nigga off the late night. Like he was a stand up comedian, a comic writer. But like I didn't know he had this much money. Like I knew who he was, but when I started seeing this shit, I'm like, yo, this nigga really making moves.
So would it matter if I was to say, you know, he has a Caucasian wife? He has a Caucasian
Yeah,
wife.
yeah.
Did you guys know that?
Mhm.
You knew that?
Yeah.
Do
What's
it
wrong
make
with that?
I'm nothing for me. I think love is love.
What's the guy, Dr. Umar? He said, how can you be for the black, excuse me, the
Pro-black.
Pro-black and have a white wife? But, I mean,
No, and
guess.
this is what you know. This is what I'm saying. You know, like yes. And so I wanted to bring that up, and I just wanted to put it out there and let it sit because it's just like I think with us as African Americans, we the most forgiving people in the world, and I think like when it's time, they call on us, or they say, you know, when it's time for them to be black, they black, you know. But I just asked the question, where did he come from? That's what I'm saying. He been, you know, this money ain't just come from nowhere. Where did he come from?
But I mean, I know.
And now he's using the slavery 1866
Talking about
slavery
the
act to kind of go after these
So
businesses.
can I ask y'all something as black women? Do y'all feel a way about black men dating white women or marrying white women?
No.
Especially prominent black men?
No, I mean, I personally don't. I had this whole long 2-hour conversation last night. I really don't feel a way. I think it's, you know, cute. But I don't.
That was shade right there.
I don't know.
It's real. It's getting real.
It's
Getting real dark from this shade.
No, you know what? It just
Darker
amazed
hair.
me to see. You know, most of the time, these black men, they grow up in these houses with their African American moms who are strong, bold, and courageous, and you know, make a way out of no way. And then once the mom kind of propels them to another level, or push them and let them know they can do all things. And most pro athletes, once they get to a certain point and they make a certain amount of money, we aren't who they are marrying. They do tend to marry, you know, out of their race. But I mean,
why
Not all the
so?
time.
Though?
That's
Why
true.
you think so?
But
though?
listen,
I mean,
It's
but-
always a
because
little
I-
yeah, it's a
it's
reason.
a reason,
I wanna.
but that's
You know
not
what I
that's
mean?
not for me. I think it's bigger than me.
Can I give you a perspective?
You could.
All right, so marriage is business. So a lot of times it's not really based on love per se. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some love.
I want love.
You gotta have some. I'm just saying.
I want love.
I mean, the reality is marriage is business. It's about. It's not about.
Partnership
Yeah,
more
it's
than
a partnership.
ownership.
It's
And
partnership.
a lot
It's,
of
so a lot
other
of times
races say
it's
ownership.
But
about.
you choose
Right.
the love.
So-
you choose to be
so
in love.
for instance, say if you had a white man, right, that who aligned up to everything you want and everything you and was a good a match for you,
Okay.
and was a good emotionally supportive, financially the same. You know, y'all shit aligned, right? Are you gonna say, you know what, I fuck with you, but you're not black? I have to wait around
think-
to the black. You know what I'm saying? So
I
you
think
gotta go with
love
what?
to me is about feeling. Like I just feel like it's a connection. It's something that you feel. But you also choose to be in love. Like, to
So you-
be in love is a choice. Like, you gotta choose to love that woman every day. You gotta choose to love that man every day. Like, I have to choose to love you. Like, I have to work for that relationship, no matter what the race is. But first of all, you need to be attracted to your food. You need to, desire.
I love dark skinned women, but if a Jewish woman come my way and she we on the same page, I'm marrying her.
So
You know
y'all
what I'm saying?
so you don't have to go for
Why Jewish?
Because
I mean, if
You know,
it's about
Asian don't
partnership
care.
and being financially stable and just marrying into a right business, like having a a business mindset from it, I don't see no
lifestyle
problem.
is more important than love.
Right. I don't think love.
Lifestyle is
the
more
whole
important
debate
than
about
love.
marrying for love
That makes
versus
the love
money is
better.
a whole different
I
conversation.
mean, this is a
marrying
whole
for
nother
love.
show because I could really elaborate a little more, but
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's
We
gonna need some
freestyling.
elaboration.
Go ahead. Put y'all have to get y'all women perspective, but I'm just saying like lifestyle. I'm saying love is just the tip of the iceberg. When people, because love is subjective. It's so many
Right.
different things. It's not just one thing. A lot of people think when you think about love, you're thinking about that emotional, soft, fuzzy feeling. That shit don't last long. That's just the beginning of a
And
relationship.
most times it's not love that you're
last, though.
feeling. It's not love. It's love. Most people generally have not experienced true love. They don't even understand it. So I'm not looking forward to that. Looking for that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to get lost trying to find
That's a
somebody that
relationship
loves you.
show.
The love has an expiration date. You got to evolve to different things. Like for
Yeah.
instance, say me and you, right?
If
We
you
love.
I think a lot of times we not friends first. So a lot of times once the mushy part is over, which is the beginning, if you're not friends, that means you don't hang together.
A lot of people blinded by sex too.
Well, that's
That's a whole other topic.
Look, y'all. So much stuff happened. I definitely want to touch on the Popeye situation. So Bird already told me he ain't gonna elaborate on it, but I try not to really post about the Popeye situation. But what I was seeing in the media and what I was seeing on the news, it's just I wrote his name down. His name is Kevin Davis. Lost his life in Oxon Hill at the Popeyes. And if you listen to all of the media, they are saying he lost his life over a sandwich. In the black community, guys, so that wasn't the case anyway. The guy cut him in line, and he probably was in line for a chicken sandwich, but I doubt it was more so an ego thing, an ego-based type of situation. And if you raised in a black home, you know what that ego is, because until you're older and you learn how to maneuver your ego. And I say that to say that Kevin Davis lost his life. I'm not going to say because of his ego, but it was an ego thing. He cut in line and they couldn't leave the situation alone. He went outside the store, and the fight continued. He was stabbed and he later lost his life at the hospital. And so I'm really not talking about the sandwich, but I'm just saying, guys, I done watched a lot of things on the internet in these coming weeks, and just to see how we degrade ourselves and how the media are betraying us over some chicken. Now, you remember that we always been the butt of a lot of jokes when we talk about chicken. Mm-hmm. And so to see the lines around the corner, to see it's great. It's mind-boggling. I haven't had the sandwich. At first, I was gonna take part of the crave.
Old. Popeyes.
Yeah,
been
Ben
had
had
that
the
chicken
shit like in a
sandwich.
night, that's what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
The only reason I
Yeah.
don't want to elaborate is because it's like when we was in high school, it was the Jordan 11s. Then
That's what I'm saying.
PlayStation 2 came out.
Yeah.
Everybody was dying when the
That
PlayStation.
motherfucker
like,
tickle
what
me
is next
Elmo. It's
now?
always something.
But I'm saying literally,
Eddie Bauer coats. It's
Right.
It's a chicken sandwich, and people are
It's
going
not that, though.
crazy. It's not that, but what I'm saying is, like, when you don't know us, and you can put us on the news in front of the camera, and you got story after story after story after story. This has happened over chicken sandwich. I mean, I literally seen people crashing their cars and trying to, over, really
You know what
cutting
it is,
in line.
This what it is, and this what. Okay, so as far as the black community go, right? First of all, we gotta take some accountability. You know what I'm saying? That's the way the emotional intelligence come in again. Nobody can make it. Everybody say, you know, the media portrays something, this and that. We gotta start giving them something to portray. That's one. So that comes with us. We govern ourselves. Nobody has power over ourselves, of our actions. You know what I'm saying? That's one. Secondly, like my man said, if it wasn't this, it would be something else. Like that's not even that's like some mental illness or other people have other shit going on in their lives. Right. Like niggas is probably mad at their spouse, mad at their job. They already harboring something for it, and then all it took was that. So if it wasn't that, it could have been the nigga stepped on his foot, or they could have been fighting over a parking space. It's just the chicken sandwich is put into play because that's the craze now, because that's what all the lines it was long for. So I don't think.
And all publicity is publicity.
You know
They're gonna take it however it comes.
And then we live in a groupthink society. Like people are like social media and when things go viral and when things are sensationalized, people just want to be a part of it. So they going like, I want to see what this is about. It's like curiosity killed the cat. And that's all it is. And it's going to always be like that because that's just how human beings are made up, man. You know what I'm saying?
I literally said, I boycotted the sandwich, not on purpose. I use that word, but it is what it is. I haven't had the sandwich. I don't think I'm going to have it. Period. Because for real, the way it's selling, I think it's something in it. Like, I don't even think it's real chicken at this point.
No, you touched on something like people are already harboring their own things. People go through their own like anger issues and problems, and then it's one thing. And then like one girl cut me off, and then I blew my horn. She wanted to fight. So it's like one thing will send people over the line. It's really mental health and just being able to be in control of your emotions. And I had to take 22 weeks of anger management class. Like it's like physical cues, like things that you have to tell yourself to calm down. 22.
See Sosa?
We literally taught as black people.
We do need to learn how to control our anger.
Learn a lot of shit, man.
It's ego though too. A lot is ego.
Pride.
So learning how ego and pride, and once you really get in control, it's really hard.
They ain't worth stabbing nobody over that shit. Though.
I had a situation.
Not over no poetry, nigga. Come on.
No.
Get the fuck out of here.
But it's truly ego and pride. Like, and you really don't think about it. You be in jail. I know situations where people have lost a fight and went to get a group of their friends, and they come back, they beat the girl up or they beat the person up. The girl died and still in jail.
You know what? You know what though? I think I remember that too. I remember you know what I think is worse than this era though, because on our day, like ass whoopers is getting documented now. So we live in a world star era. So niggas is not gonna let you that shit. They gonna bid on you.
And
you
this is the whole thing. Like, let me tell you,
just fight and then get like
you can't just
can't
fight
take an L in peace.
Or you can't.
Niggas gonna meme you out. They gonna
it's
fucking
all of that. So
they make a gif out of you. Some more shit.
And that's my whole thing. It's just like at my age, I don't have a lot of time to be. I've been in situations where my car has been vandalized a couple of times, and I allegedly think I know who it is.
You got that torch.
And so what I'm saying is, you can allege and think, you know what I'm saying? I could have let my pride and ego get in the way. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding. I don't know. Look at that face. I don't know. But I could have did all of that. But what I'm saying is, I could have done all of that, and this would be a whole different conversation, or would this even be a show? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like a lot of time, and the hardest thing to ever do is really be strong. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got people just poking you like that get irritating. Yeah. So it's just like a lot of strength and just taking the bigger road. So hats off to me. How about that? Yes. We got one more topic I want to touch on. We gonna touch on. So I posted on my Facebook and my Instagram a mom. I sent him the video. I want him to play the video for me. Yeah, I'm ready. Play that video. So if you're not tuned in live right now,
so what you tell her?
Look. Is this abuse? Would you call CPS? What would you do?
It's abuse. I would intervene.
Don't play with me. It's
like the buckle. The buckle right there.
Nobody said anything think
You know, talk, get your motherfucking ass back
And
in
again,
now,
that's
nigga.
other shit.
What happened? Oh, we gonna have this problem anymore? No. Cause if I gotta come back up here, it's me and you, nigga. It's me and you. Everything gone, nigga. No outside, no nothing. If this fucking woman come in again, I'm gonna break your fucking face. Do you hear me? Have a nice day.
So, woo. So, on my page alone, that video got over 2,000 and some views. And we talked about it. We went in on it. I let everyone have their observations, and I waited to have my own. So, I showed you guys the video. And what I will say is this. That mom, she did get arrested. I don't know the outcome. I don't know if she got her kids back. She did get her kids taken away and all of that. So, in the black community, again, we are raised on butt whippings. I'm a mom now, and I have a 9-year-old, and I have a 1-year-old. I get it. I hear you. I know I had butt whippings. I had to go get the branch off the tree. Yes, I just told my age. But, however, again, going back to what Duria said, videotaping it and posting it, I don't agree with that. On top of you, he was only 5 years old, by the way, guys. So he was 5 years old. So that's your son over there. How old is he?
3.
Yeah. So you jacking him up. He 4'3", and he allegedly threatened to kill someone.
Who, the little boy?
The little boy. So that's why the mom was so irate like that.
That's what happened.
Yes.
For her to go off like that.
That's what happened for her to go.
I wonder
off
where he
like
learned that from. Like shit.
So I'm just saying, like
what you...
So that, and I had that video too of the mom actually.
Who's videotaping?
So one of her friends is videotaping. They
That's
posted the
insane.
video, and it was just, I mean, that's just a lot to. I mean, somebody could talk because because me personally, to do that, having a kid, first of all, you going me and Zoe, we done had our times, you know. But to actually videotape it, and now you degrading your child. He 5 years old. How much do he really truly understand? So, I'm gonna let
So is it the verbal side or more the physical? Because I was trying not to look at it. I seen it and scrolled past it. But when you hear it, I think it's what she was saying more than, I don't know how many times she actually hit him with the belt. But,
Call him a
you know, in
nigga and
D.C., you
shit.
can hit your kids with an object as long as you don't leave bruises. I've had the meetings with CPS, not to get too deep, but there's certain rules about whooping your kids, like you said. But the verbal side, like talking to your kid, like I'm gonna break your face and all, like
Yeah.
No, break your face, little
Yeah.
nigga.
Yeah.
That's what she called him.
Yeah.
She called
Interesting. A
him.
lot of people got a problem with her calling him a nigga, but I thought that was the term of endearment, like now, and everybody was using
To
it
your
with
son.
each other.
The N word don't bother me at all.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck
feel
who
like
uses
that
it.
was
It's just a
the
word,
biggest
but
thing.
I just
People
feel like you saying it to a child though in that moment. You know what I'm saying? It's derogatory in that moment.
What we put on our kids now, or at those ages, like that's me even, you know, how I talk to my child is going to leave a lasting impression more than
Facts.
probably a butt whipping.
Facts.
And so I think it's very important, even now as I'm learning as a woman, to speak over our kids in such a way where they know they powerful, beautiful, worthy. They are enough right now. I think a lot of our issues is because nobody ever spoke over us, really. Oh, come here, you little motherfucker. Or, you know, do this. Or sit down. Or
right.
be quiet, you dummy. You this. You fool. You that. Like, we don't even realize
What
how
do you
much we
expect?
call our kids certain names or how much, like, we were called certain names. So now as adults, we don't know we enough. We think, like, hey, maybe I am a little blonde. Maybe I'm not smart enough. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We have to unteach these behaviors as adults so we can imagine what that mom is doing to her kid in front of all these people. You're beating them, and you also, on top of that, you're verbally and mentally abusing him.
Yeah.
So, physically abusing him. So, it's just a lot
Well,
of unlearned behavior that he's going to have to unteach himself if he's lucky. Because, first of all, the black woman, the black mom, is the first one that man will love. You know, and just like
He
me,
might marry a white girl.
use me for an example as forgave my dad. You know what I'm saying? And my dad was very abusive to my mom, and physically and mentally. And those were the type of guys that, I was in love with my dad. More than once, more than twice. And it wasn't until you have to really unteach yourself those behaviors that you can really grow and know that you deserve more. So I think the first person this man is gonna, it's heavy for me. It's more than just whipping them. I carried that topic by myself.
No, I mean, shit, to add my 2 cents on that, I just feel like, I mean, it's senseless to do. Let me ask y'all, like, when y'all got whipped as a kid, did you ever feel like, man, she doing this because she loved me? I never felt like that. You know what I'm saying? I used to be like, man,
but I knew I didn't do it again.
I was putting my runaway plan and shit. I'm like, man, I'm a runaway. I can't wait till you know what I'm saying? I never, to me, it's like whipping to me is really, I don't understand. I don't know what it solves. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I understand, and it's a way, if you discipline, it's a difference between disciplining a child and just you taking your anger out on the child. Like, I hate when I be saying, when I
was angry in that
That was
video.
obvious.
I say
like,
just like how we was
angry.
talking about T.I., though, it all goes back to control. Like, for some reason, she thinks she can control her son with her words.
And then my thing is, the boy he was 5 years old.
Yeah.
It was like, what do you expect from a 5-year-old boy? Like, you know what I'm saying? He's going to act up, son. It was just, kids are just going to be, it's like, you like their point guard or their quarterback for their life. They're going to fuck up. But that's just what it is. They kids.
Gotta learn
you know what I'm
to
saying?
listen. Like, I think one of my things was learning to listen to my child. And I'm just give you an example that happened last week with just my daughter. And a lot of times I'm going to always pull from my personal. But her teacher called me and she was like, she texted me. She was like, Zoe is having an off week. She's very unattentive and this, that, and the other. And Zoe has a white teacher, right? And I was ready to leave work quick. I was just like, I'll come up there because Zoe had been at her grandma's house for a couple of days. So I was like, I'll be up there. I'll get up there about 3:30. The teacher didn't even text me back, y'all. I was looking at the phone like, I said, is that okay? She didn't even text me back. So then it made me calm down because more so in my heart, I was just like, let me surprise her. Let me just show her, mommy just had a baby. So again, that attention that she's seeking, maybe she feel like she missing. So I said, okay. The teacher didn't text me back. So I texted the teacher and I said, well, I'm not going to come. But I said, can you tell Zoe that I'm sending you a note and let her know that I love her and that I'm proud of her. Right? Whew. So the teacher said, great, thank you. Like, she was she immediately responded to that text message, which let me know she was more fearful of me coming up there and going crazy on my daughter, because that's what we do.
That's what she probably expecting.
And I was just like, no, just let my daughter know I'm proud of her and that I love her. And she said, great. And my daughter had that same note and brought it home in the car, and we got to talk about it. But that we got to listen to our kids, and that's the point I'm making, because they not always wrong. They in these little bodies, but they are really, really intelligent.
Before I came over here, I was playing my 4-year-old. We was playing restaurant, and he made me something to eat. I said, delicioso. He said, we don't speak Spanish at this restaurant. Like, you learn that from me, though. You think that is Spanish, though. It's Italian. I had to sit there and let them know. Like, they're sponges. They going to soak up everything that we do.
They know. We got to listen.
Yeah, but going back to the abuse and how he going to react to it, him being beat for doing something wrong, it's only going to make him hit and beat people for doing something wrong, too. So it's a cycle that we creating. So when you gave your daughter the good note for, even though she was having a bad week, that makes her react in a good way to anything that's, anytime she's having challenges. So I think breaking that behavior and teaching positivity, even in the times where we, feel angry, it's gonna combat all the negative energy.
We gotta do better. Yeah, to get better. Cause hurt people gonna
that
hurt
shit
people.
corny.
That's true.
We should learn from that. I mean, like I said, like, just a lot of things we learned in the urban community, we need to unlearn. That shit is.
We have to, and we only relearn it as we get older, because nobody really taught us a lot of things.
Motherfuckers in the real world ain't behaving like that. You know what I'm saying? And then one of the worst feelings is when you sitting in front of a judge and they tell you what you can't do, what you're not going to do. You know what I mean? That you really don't have no control then. You know what I mean? Then and then when you really wake up, this is really the wake up call. You do some wild dumb shit. Then you see your lawyer like laughing it up with the district attorney. You like, all these niggas in cahoots. They friends and shit.
Yeah,
you know
they
what
all
I'm saying?
friends.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
They
paying
all
this
know
nigga.
each other.
I'd be like, nigga, don't talk to him. He's trying to lock me up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't got no control over the situation. So you realize, you know what? I can't keep putting myself in these situations because, you know what I'm saying? Because all that is going to step you further back, and then that's going to affect the child even more. Because now the child really going to be affected because the government has stepped in.
The government has
Stepped in, yeah. So it's like, so
CPS
now
kids.
it's no telling what environment he can go into now.
Because they recorded it. First of all, like,
Dumb
come
as
on,
fuck.
now, that was where you lost me at. But guys, I really wanted to just talk about those things that happened the past week. It was really important. I hope we can take something from this show. But you guys tell people where they can find you at. Where they can find you at, Bird?
On Instagram, the clothing line is at the District Collection. My personal Instagram is Bird with DA, the word, Bird with the word. Shoot me a DM if you want a shirt, hoodie, whatever.
And I'm Khadijah. You can find me on Instagram. It's Khadijah, KhadeeJa, and at itskhadijah.com.
Tell them about your blog a little bit, Khadijah.
Yes, my blog is
I love it.
it's focused on the law of attraction. I write about like a lot of current events and what that has to do in relation to our physical and our mental energy. So that's just what my focus is.
Hey, energy.
My podcast page is Neo Noir Podcast. That's NEONOIR Podcast on Instagram.
So you guys know where you can find me each and every Monday right here on Listen Vision Live. All my social media platforms is Buzy with B. That is BUZYWITHB. So if you just Google that, you Google me, baby. I always say that. But each and every Monday right here on Listen Vision Live, I am doing a Friendsgiving show. I'm so excited about it. I have already sent out a lot of invites, guys. The studio will be packed that day. It will be an open studio. So it's going to be really, really exciting. That's November the 25th right here at Listen Vision. So if you haven't got your invite yet, it's coming. It's in your DM. Just check your DM. But next week's show is going to be really, really, I'm going to announce that in the coming weeks, but each and every Monday right here on Listen Vision Live you can find me. And again, I'm always looking for guest co-hosts. I will not have a co-host this season, so if you think this is something that you love to do and you want to join me in the studio, hit me up, buzywithb@gmail.com, or in one of my DMs. I'll check you out each and every Monday right here on Listen Vision Live. I'll see you next Monday. Peace.
Down, yeah.
Big Doja, nigga.
It's a nice day today, and I'm counting up big stacks. Get a dog phone like knick-knack, paddywhack. Like Beyonce, I like the way she bouncing now. I was to the money, I feel like I'm on a racetrack. You can go to Bliss, bet you see it with the baddies. Last night at the Congo, had her holding up the traffic. Shorty rock designer clothes, but she come from Hobo, man. This whole family full of bosses, but Del Frisco dinner costs us. Yeah, she from uptown, so I called her at the Aqua. Tonight she tipping strippers, got the liquor in the system, and we just wanna party, whole city coming with us. But you ain't gotta hate, soldier, you can roll with us. It's a nice day today, and I'm counting up big stacks. Get a dog phone like knick-knack, paddywhack. Like Beyonce, I like the way she bouncing now. I was to the money, I feel like I'm on a racetrack. Had a good day tonight, we eat steak and lobster. I just left Benny Hunter, now I'm on the way to off. You know, as soon I hit my section, all the girls bringing bottles. And the blacks I be smoking, you gon' think I was a roster. It's a nice day today, and I'm counting up big stacks. Get a dog phone like knick-knack, paddywhack. Like Beyonce, I like the way she bouncing now. I was to the money, I feel like I'm on a racetrack. Down, yeah.
to see funerals, but love to give money. Shout out to VA and P.